I kind of feel like there's always a point in couples' planning process that the stress kicks in. Sometimes it could be at the very moment you get engaged, sometimes it's not until the very end, and often it's right in the middle. So I kind of want to spend a little bit of time right now alleviating the potential stress that might happen. So I'm hoping that you'll make a couple promises for me. When you begin selecting your bridal party, it's a big task. I mean, who do you ask? Do you ask your siblings, your best friends, your coworkers? How many people do you ask to be in your bridal party? It's a lot. So here's my advice. The more people that you have, the bigger ringleader you have to be. And the more people that you have, the more opinions you're going to have. And the more people that you ask, the more challenges that you're going to come across. So think about who you really feel confident enough will support you, will listen to you, will be there for you when you least expect it and be there for you when you most need it. I mean, that's a really hard thing to do. Now, you don't have to have 20 people in your wedding party. I always say the smallest it is, the easiest it is. But here's kind of my rules. And I don't often like to say that I have rules, but I do feel like you have to set the groundwork when you begin the process of the planning and selecting your wedding party. Pick 3 people. 3 people. They might be in your wedding party, they may not. Pick 3 people that you know can be your wedding board. Those that you go to for advice. It could be your sister, it could be your coworker, it could be a stranger you met at Starbucks, I don't know. But it may not be someone that you have in your wedding party. You want to go to them for solid advice. Have them, really have your back. And don't ask for opinions from every single person that you meet. I kind of always think that when you're getting married, it's the same thing when a woman is pregnant. When a woman is pregnant, everybody wants to offer advice. When someone knows that they're getting married, everybody wants to offer advice. It's not necessary. So let's start there. Now, in the process of doing all this, there's a lot of formalities that you have to work through. Who is going to walk down the aisle first? Who's going to be paired off with whom walking down as a couple for the processional? Who is going to be possibly giving a reading during the service? These are important questions that you have to ask yourself and important people that you have to pick. Because think about it, those that you choose are the ones that are going to remember this for a lifetime. Now, a lot of times I get asked as I speak on weddings, when people are going through problems or drama or issues, when there becomes dynamics between family members. Somebody wants you to do something a certain way. Your mom or your mom-in-law to be wants it to be their way versus your way versus someone's way. Here is my most important bit of advice. Weddings are not the time to fix family situations. Weddings are about you. If you think that making a decision based upon what someone is upset about and you want to fix it is going to solve everything, it's not. However, listen carefully. If you think by doing something that is going to upset someone greatly, sort of the opposite of what I just said, you do not want to do that either, because you don't want your wedding to be that moment for the rest of your life at a family function or at a dinner during the holidays where they said, remember that day you did that to me? You don't want that either. So tread lightly, kind of be neutral, kind of be Switzerland, because after all, you want everyone to love you that day and you want everyone to love the decisions that you made for the rest of your life, not just theirs. And you want everyone to be happy. So there's a lot of challenging things that you're going to come across. Now there's a lot of formalities, such as the first dance, who walks you down the aisle. You need to think about those things very carefully. And as we all know now, the dynamics of families are very different. Often I tell people that if they want to walk down the aisle with a stepdad and then stop halfway and meet their father, the remaining part of the walk down the aisle, there's nothing wrong with that. The days of going back to the book of etiquette on what's supposed to happen, promise me something. Take those books, never open them, and give them to somebody else. Because the reality is, what's right for you is right for you. What's right for someone else may be completely wrong for you. You want to make those decisions that you know are going to work for everyone. Now here's the last thing I'm going to say. I'm sitting here alone talking to you. The person I'm talking to should be both of you, not just one of you. Planning your wedding requires 2 people, the person that you're marrying along with yourself. So making those decisions together should be making decisions as a team. This is the first thing in your life that you will be doing as a couple about to get married. Sure, you've made plans to go out for reservations for dinner, or chosen a vacation, or chose a movie to go to as a couple. That's nothing. Choosing what you choose for your wedding, decisions that will last a lifetime, that will be marked in photos and videography, and people will be remembering it for a lifetime. You're doing this together as a soon-to-be married couple. If you think of it that way, that's your committee. You and the person that you love. So don't get stressed. Don't get overwhelmed. Because when that happens, the one thing I want you to do is to take a really, really deep breath and step away from planning your wedding. Take a week off. Take a moment to yourselves. And then regroup a bit later. Because you know what? This is supposed to be the biggest excitement, the most fabulous journey, and the best thing that's happened in your life. So have fun.